Have you ever felt like you want to change something in your life or start something new, but just for whatever reason feeling stuck and can't get yourself to do it, can't motivate yourself to do it? Well, in this video, I will share why that is, and I will also share an exercise that you can do that helped me figure out exactly why I was stuck, exactly where I was stuck, and what I needed to do, why I wanted to do it, and helped me start on my journey, start my business, start making my videos, and start creating my dream life more than 3 years ago. Play or pass, here we go. Which means we're gonna go to Team Reindeers. And Barbara, your question is... There are two things that motivate us as human beings. Number one is pain and number two is pleasure. Meaning trying to get away from pain or trying to gain pleasure. And here's the kicker, or here's the real secret. Pain and running away from pain is a more powerful motivator for most people than it is to run towards something pleasurable. So even though you're thinking, oh, my life isn't that great and I want to change something, and you feel stuck, and you might have an idea of like what you wanted to, what you would like to be or what you would like to do, you can't get yourself to do it. That's because there's not enough pain in your motivational system, and that's why you're staying the same. So I will share an exercise with you that will help you change this. I first learned and did this exercise about 3 years ago when I was still in high school and I was unsure whether I want to stay in high school, and I was wanting to start a business. I wanted to start traveling the world, but I wasn't really sure if I can do it or how I can do it. I learned this exercise from Dean Graziosi, and it really helped me out to take myself from that level of I just overcame social anxiety and I feel like I have something to give to the world. I feel like I want to start a business. I feel like I want to start traveling the world, but I can't really get myself over the edge. And you know, maybe I'm just gonna play it safe. I'm gonna stay in school, and maybe I'm just gonna try to start something else further down the line, if you know, later on in my life. And then I was learning, and I did this exercise, and it really pushed me over the edge and motivated me to like, no, I have to start now. I have to go all in now. And it absolutely transformed my life. That's why I've been able to travel the world for the past year and a half. You know, I'm 23 years old and I've already been traveling the world for almost 2 years. I made it to America now. I'm in LA. You know, a lot of people would basically give anything. Even me, you know, in the past, I would basically give anything to be able to live the life that I have now. And I've had to put a lot of work into it, but it really started when I motivated myself using this exercise and balancing out and getting clear on what is the pain that I want to avoid and what is the pleasure that I want to go towards, and then more importantly, why. So I will share that exercise today. Right now I have a little bit of a coffee break in between games that I'm hosting. As you saw earlier on the clip, I'm hosting the Feud games, and yeah, so I'm having a protein cookie and a coffee and sharing knowledge and insights. So cheers. Just gonna have a little bit of a late lunch, call with a client, and get some work done, get some introverted work done, some writing, and after that we have an Unjammed song circle event where we go to have fun and also to promote our own event and to promote our own community. So yeah, great day.
very busy, very full. Loving it. Oh, hot. It's hot.
This will be a journaling exercise, so get your journal ready, or at least a piece of paper. It will have 4 parts, alright? So get ready. Part number 1, you write down where it is exactly where you are in life right now. And you will get as much into detail as possible, and especially highlight the negative parts that you don't like. Okay? And listen to me, that's very important. You have to be honest with yourself, and you have to start stirring up some of the pain that you might be ignoring in your daily life as you're stuck in a routine. And here you really want to bring it out and say, hey, actually my life isn't that great, or maybe my life is great, but I can make it so much better, and I don't want to be stuck here, right? Start stirring up some of the pain. The second part is going to be where we're going to create some more pleasure about going towards a beautiful future, right? So the question is going to be in this format, in this specific format. So imagine that it is already 3 years in the future, and you just had the best 3 years of your life. What did those 3 years look like? What did you accomplish? How are you feeling now? So you want to write it in past and present tense, like it has already happened. So I'm recording this video, I believe it's the 17th of December or maybe 18th of December 2023. So if I was to do this exercise now, I would pretend that it's already December 2026, 3 years in the future, and I would be looking back and I would be writing down what I accomplished in those last 3 years. Is that making sense? And if you need a little bit of a crutch, a little bit of an extra, you can pretend like you're talking to your best friend that you haven't spoken to in 3 years, and you can start the sentence, oh my god, Josh, you're not gonna believe all the amazing things that I've done and accomplished in the past 3 years. And then you start listing it out, right? So one page is going to be where you are right now in life. Second page is going to be what future you want to create. 3, this is very, very important. You're gonna write down a bad future, a negative future that will happen if you don't change anything. So you will take the first page that you created where you are right now, and you're gonna extend that 3 years into the future. How is that good? How are you going to look? What is your life going to look like? How are you gonna feel? What are you gonna be doing if you don't change anything? What's the negative future? And here again, we're trying to stir up and bring out some of the pain that we don't really know it's there, right? Like I said earlier, it's about balancing pleasure and pain, going away from pain and moving towards pleasure. You want to stack those up, right? So now we want to go away from the pain of the present, go away from the pain of the painful future that will happen if you don't change, and go towards the pleasure of this amazing future that you will create, the best 3 years of your life that you've ever had. And then fourth is really where you're gonna dig into that super fuel, and your super fuel is your why. So you will do this exercise. It's called 7 levels deep, and here's how it works. First, you take a specific part of your vision that from your best 3 years of your life that you just created, and then you will ask yourself, why do you want to achieve this? So if one of the answers was you were financially free in 3 years, okay, great. Why do you want to be financially free? Now, whatever your answer is going to be, you're going to ask why again. So why do you want to be financially free? I want to be financially free because so I can travel. Okay, why do you want to travel? I want to travel so I can experience more of the world. Why do you want to experience more of the world? And you go 7 times like this, deeper and deeper and deeper, every time asking why, and going with the answer that you just created. And this way you will get a little bit away from your head. Around the 5th, 6th, 7th level, it gets really hard, right? It seems maybe it seems kind of easy now, but when you get to the 5th, 6th, 7th level, it gets really hard, and your brain goes, I don't have any more answers, and your heart starts speaking. And And that's where you get the real emotional whys. And the emotional whys are going to be the ones that are going to get you through the challenges. The emotional whys are going to be the ones that will help you push through even when it's super hard, even when it's super difficult, even when you fail, even when you have temporary defeat. I do this exercise every couple months now. I've been doing it for 3 years, and it's amazing. It helps so much to reorient, make sure that you're going in the right direction, and that you're also motivated and you have the fuel to get where you want to go, to create the future that you want to create. So do it now, do it today, don't procrastinate on it. Pause the video right now, rewind to the questions, write it down, and start the exercise. If you don't have an extra about an hour, it might take you about an hour, then schedule an hour for the next 1 or 2 days in your calendar that you will do this exercise. Because if you just walk away from this video like, oh, okay, that was a cool video, that was a cool vlog, he did some cool things and he shared this cool exercise about pain and pleasure and motivation, and you don't do it, then it will not really help you. Got it? Awesome. Now come along to a song circle and vibe for a little bit, and then we're gonna finish off the night.
What if I'd been born 50 years before you, in a house on a street where you lived? Maybe I'd be outside as you passed on your bike. Would I know? Would I know?
We can call it. Yeah. Say hi to